My name is Ona Mae Morris Allen. I am 95 years of age, still young, and my parents were Ida and Gordon Morris of Raleigh Township. My siblings are my eldest sister, Cleta Morris. I was second in line, my brother, Hilliard Morris, next, and a deceased sister, Ruby Griffith. She has gone on to be with her Maker. Oh, honey. First of all, it was a good food. Man, that chicken was flying. Mashed potatoes, gravy, homemade pies all lined up on that old kitchen stove. Up would come Grandma and Grandpa Morris from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And then would start coming my mother's brothers, Uncle Jim with that straw hat on, and out the kids would start jumping out of the car. And Aunt Fanny, and my dad would always start singing. And we had to join in too. And then would be my cousins coming, and we were all crowded in that house. My poor mother be sweating, wiping her brow. Oh, here they all come. We got to feed these people. And we lived on the 10th then. But it was good times. We looked forward to it. And if we saw a car coming, of course, there weren't paved roads. The dust was flying. Here comes a car, Dad. I wonder who that is. We'd be jumping up and down, hoping it was going to turn in our laneway. Here comes another uncle. But it was good times back then. Then Grandma said, well, we're going down to Buxton now. We got to go see Hattie and Jim, Susie and Mr. Garrell. And my mother tell everybody, yous all go, I'm fine. She'd be left with all the dishes, the dirty floors. I felt so sorry for her, but I said, oh, this is nice. We get to go too, eh? So we didn't have to help. And I remember coming down here to Grandma Robbins, Lizzie Robbins' house in North Buxton. We thought that was something. 2 kitchens, and the food was cooking. We'd be outside running around like crazy out in the field, and my dad and them would be all singing under the old pear tree. I can still see them, and I think they had the wheat wine flying, because they were all hippity-hopping around. I said, Ma, are they all right? But then would come Uncle Jim Robbins and Aunt Hattie and our Rita and their gang. Oh, we thought that was something. Here comes all our cousins for this big occasion. And that was good times. And we were all free to run horse and buggy and whatever else you could ride, a mule or a bicycle. You got down to Buxton. And we ate down at Grandma Robbins' house. That was before we started down at the churchyard. And in that old church hall, I can see Aunt Rosie and Uncle Art standing at the beginning. Ice cream cones, ice cream. Oh boy, we thought we died and gone to heaven to have an ice cream cone. So when we got older, I can hear Mrs. Maggie Newby. Now you girls, we're going to put aprons on you, and you got to help serve these people when they come to eat. The woman was cooking in the kitchen. Oh man, the flies were flying. And they were whipping up stuff, these big pots. I wonder how in the name of God could they reach out? And I was short. But then they soon taught us how to set up the tables properly. Now you girls, this on this side, and you serve the people and be kind and clean up after. No dirt left on these tables. And we were always looking forward to the church services, of course. We'd be sitting there And I remember Grandpa Travis telling us to be quiet, and he'd hand us a peppermint across the aisle. Oh, that was good. That was good. And then the choir singing, my mother be up there, tired as anything, my dad. But just to see them all coming in, families and loved ones back then. The afternoon, there was always a platform service. I'm trying to think of this man from Detroit come in singing, oh, I forget the song. God, we thought, did Jesus come down? He had a voice and belted out. And then Mr. Fred Robbins, I can still see him standing up at the evening service singing, have thine own way, Lord, have thine own way. He was like a father, God, and a preacher to us, and grew up with his family. They were our neighbors. God bless them all. Those were good, warm memories of family time. Generations. Well, I guess if we go back to the first generation that started it, I remember Aunt Minnie and Uncle Reg Robbins, who had gone to Puce the year before, and we started, 70 years this year?
97.
97, I'm sorry. 97 years, because Cleta was just a baby, and spoke about homecoming. I said, wonder what does that mean? But everybody come back home. And then I look at this generation today, they just blow my mind. But I admire them, the courage they have, and keeping up to date with what's happening today, online, offline, viral. And I don't even know what the words mean, but I admire that. I'm just happy that I've lived thus long to see such happening today with this new generation. All I can see is the warmth and the relationship we had. We weren't stabbing, shooting, or killing each other. And it was always, help your fellow man. Help your family. Your loved ones, if your neighbor in need, help him. And I always remember the threshing days, how these farmers got along, but they had to work together. That's it, there was no separation. It makes me feel good because I feel we may feel like we're left out, but we added something to get them started. And I think they grew off of, oh, that's an old aunt, but they learned something from that old aunt and old uncle. Listen to your grandparents, look what they came through. And I think a lot of them are saying, oh, I remember Aunt so-and-so, she taught me how to do, this one taught me how to cook, how to sew. And I think we all learn something through each generation, and it's for the betterment, I feel. Look like the old days are gone, but these younger people are coming in here, and we've got a great uprising, I feel, for what they are doing.